yeah.
One of the things you brought up a core memory of mine early in medical device sales. I was down in a very big, well-known facility in southern Minnesota. I was there supporting a cardiac procedure, and one of my physicians I was there supporting, I was in one of his cases, and he had asked to use my drug-eluting stent for a coronary procedure, and he just asked if he could go if I could go grab the right size that he needed for the artery. And it I paused for a second in the room because that's typically what they do. And as a rep, you go get the stent and you bring it in and you help the tech set it up and prep it and all that. And this particular procedure, my stent was actually off label because of a specific area that he needed to place the stent. And so I went in the back room, I grabbed my competitor's stent and mine, and I walked back into the room and I said, "Hey, just an FYI, this particular stent that I have is off label, but I brought the comparable that is on label for this procedure." And I'll never forget, it was just a core memory because I remember him looking back at me like, "Are you really trying to sell me a competitor's stent right now? I want to help you out and use yours." And the way that you said that, it brings back, it totally changed the way I sell because at the end of the day, yeah, I didn't get the sale that day, but everybody in the room, including the surgeon and the techs, they all kind of looked at me like he's not just here trying to sell something. He's genuinely here to help that patient and the best outcome for that patient. And it just changed everything I did moving forward because I didn't get it that day, but I'll tell you, my volume and business grew astronomically with that particular account because those physicians talk and for whatever reason this guy's not interested in just selling a widget or making a sale that day. He was focused on the patient,
And they can trust you.
and you just become a trusted advisor. So I've carried that on throughout everything else I've done.
Well, and that's why I knew with this particular brand, you both would do so well. It's in my seat, I have to be very careful about balancing passion with actionable, monetizable outcomes. And it's great when we can get a blend of what you're good at and what you're passionate about, which you're a solution seller, not an item seller.
Right.
And then Cami, you're working with individuals to get the best possible outcome at their age with the right exercises, so that they can, everyone has the best possible outcome.
For sure.
And that's why I knew you would do so well in a business like this.
Yeah, cheers to you, Meg.
Yeah, if you hadn't taught me, like we talked about that too, you when you're looking at these businesses, don't just follow your passion. And again, that might be down the road, future plans, if this goes well, that we'll start to dive into different concepts and maybe a little bit more geared towards something related to a passion, and that's great. But it was just really helpful that you talk through, finding something more of a blend. Don't just stick with or find something that is only your passion. Let's look at the monetary benefit as well.